3, 2, 1. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom shakalaka! Breaking news, everybody! We have just got ourselves our first S-class flare for the edge of the sun, which has just exploded off of the sun just a few hours ago by the time of this recording today. And this is one of the most impactful things that is coming to Earth over the next week or two. But we just got ourselves our very first S-class flare for the first time since March of 28. I think during the big, whatever you call it, event across the northeast portion. This occurs in the western portion of the sun, which means that we may have a CME heading towards our way. And not only that, but we also just got ourselves another big explosion, a firmament explosion across the northern part of the sun. So in case you didn't see that earlier, we're going to see that over the next few minutes. But holy cow, look at the S-flare. So let me play this again. This is our live look at our sun at this moment of time, and there it is, right there. There's the S-class right over there. So you can see this is the very big explosion. It would have been higher than that if it would have been more like Earth center direct or like more towards or on the sun here. But boy, oh boy, this is very exciting news. And it did release a CME right now, so we're going to take a look at that in just a few minutes once we get anything from the sun together. But first off, let me take a look at the latest. Okay, there we go. So here is the latest look at the S-wave flux. This is measured by the GEO satellite. This is the 1 minute data, which is located near the Earth, so face it at the sun. And you can see this is the LED. So this is A, B, C, M, and S, which is a very strong and real flare. So you can see here we just got ourselves an N-class flare on the beginner stages of May 12th. We just got a M-class flare. But look at this. Today we just got ourselves a very first S-class flare. It happens around 15:35 UTC. It is a 1.21 S-class flare, as you guys can read it over there, and it is a short duration S-class flare. So it wasn't a long one or anything, it's a short one, and it is towards the edge, so it would have been longer if it's showing more towards the center and stuff, but it is towards the edge here. But you can see that Solitary has been quiet, which is a bit of the average here, especially after this much of the S-class flare event. So what's been happening with this? So this is thanks to the region under big sunspot group, which is the magnetic field. Now the solar flare is the big burst of radiation, but the sunspots is like a stuff you see from Earth here, and you can see it very clearly close to sunrise or sunset here. and it just rotated off of view, and it did cause a S-class flare. So we're going to take a look at the other stuff that's been happening with our sun, and it's going by that right now. So okay, so first off here, I do like to take a look at the 211th view of the sun. This is measuring the outermost layer of the sun here. This is the video, and then I want you guys to watch the easter land over there. See what else is coming. Yep, there is the big corona hole coming. You can see it here with the dark spots. And this corona hole is going to be a knife rotation. So remember, it takes about 28 days to rotate around the sun. Like it takes 24 hours to rotate for Earth to rotate. This sun takes about 28 days to rotate. So this is its ninth rotation since last November. And remember, the seventh rotation is the longest and biggest yet in solar cycle 25. And this one looks to be the biggest too. Like, holy cow, we got a cradle corona hole way up there. So you can see here, you guys should see it. There we go. So you can see it is rotating towards the center of the Earth, and it will go, and we will get a geoid storm from that, or like a high wind speed low density here in this corona hole, which we release a lot of, and it does create some geoid storm, especially in front of it, where there's high density and high magnetic field there at the front of the corona hole. And then you can see here, as this corona hole rotates over there, you guys should see a geoid storm, plus the number of the earthquakes, plus the weather system as well, which might get a little bit handy over here over the next couple of weeks. And earthquakes too, especially with this corona hole rotated in. So this is probably going to be one of the most active solar artillery. Plus, we got a US Cassidy over there coming up on the 17th of May, and the Cassidy is Uranus, which is a planet, actually calls for like earthquakes and destruction and stuff like that. So if we get a Cassidy of Uranus, that means solar artillery should be stronger, because it should be like energy coming from that planet. So this is why we're about to see more of this sun get out there here with this corona hole high stream, and that's why we're going to get some more geoid storm over the next couple of weeks. So this is the big corona hole. Like, look how size of this. This could be one of the biggest corona hole yet ever in solar cycle 25. So this is what we're watching here exactly on this channel, and the solar flares and more too. And we're also watching the solar eruptions. So this is take a look at the 304-ish views of the sun, and this is the video. It shows all of the firmament eruption, which means lower dark plaza of the atmosphere of the sun. And you can see, there it is, here it goes, and bam, you guys should see it here. So let me play this again. We just got a forward eruption right there. So you see it like push it. Once it loads, you should see it like pushing up there. So that's actually pretty cool for the eruption, and that is just 12 hours before the S-class flare to the western end of the sun. So our sun is waking up, and if we get any direct CMEs from those types of things, then we should get a geoid storm over the next couple of weeks. So that's going to be a big story to watch out for, especially headed into the next couple of weeks. Now here is we take a look at the corollary center. This is the satellite measuring the coronal mass ejections, or CME for short. You can see that big circle, that's the sun, and the big black circle around the sun is a LED block method. It did block the LED, and you should see all these coronas headed around there. So once it loads here, you guys should see it. So this is the latest coronal energy. There's the big one, and it is launching to the north, so that we should get a Earth center direct with a very, very calm general blow here from this, because this is heading more to the north right here. So you can see that goes away, and then to the end, you guys should see, yep, a big coronal mass ejection with the S-class flare. Like, you can see it here. There it is. So we may got 2 coronal mass ejection coming in, because you guys should see another mysterious one too across the other side of it, which is where the flare was not at. So if this seems to be headed up to west, we should get auroras here over the next few days. So auroras due out of storm, which is Nova and Southern Lights. And if you want to learn more of this here, I have a what is space weather video on my first video of this YouTube channel. So if you want to hit subscribe and go watch that video, you can. If you guys want to, you guys can subscribe, like, comment, so you don't miss out on any new videos. So there it is right there. And you can see the last thing I want to take a look at here is the Geosway first radiation storm too. So let me pull that up right here, and there it is. This is the proton flux, which is all of the ion atoms here weighing down into the Earth atmosphere from space. And if there's a solar class flare just to the western end of the sun, it spiraled up all of the ions, and due to the general flow of the headed from west to east, this can spiral up quickly and hit Earth within a matter of seconds here. And this is what creates a geoproton flux radiation storm, which occurs right at the poles here. And we are S1, storm 2, S3, S4, and S5. This is the S10, 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4. This is just the times, and this is around the time where the S flare took place. And then just an hour later, you guys should see this starting to rise up. Now the red is the highest resolution thing, and you can see it goes up all the way to 5.91 and 10.0. So if it reaches that line, that triggers a warning signal in the S1 radiation storm. But seeing this wall coming down from that, and the blue one went up there too. So if this goes down from that, then that means it's a short radiation storm, not the long one. But we shall watch this over the next couple of days. So this is what we're also going to be watching. Now here's me taking a look at the ACE solar wind, and you can see here the yellow here. This is the solar winds. This is how fast it's going. This is the temperature. This is the density, and then you guys can see this is the direction and the red lines over there. This is a total magnetic field in total, and then the red lines means whether it goes like positive or away from the Earth, or negative southward or towards the Earth. So you can see here that this is the last 7 days here, and you can see it has went up. So towards the recent days here, it went up to around 14 meter-twisars. So that is 2.5 times greater, because our mobile one is 5, and this is like 14. So that is very high for what this is. And you can see the solar wind went down low and the density went high, so that means we are under this high stream for corona hole, going into the corona hole right now, and then we should get a big one soon. Over the next week we should get a big corona hole, so it can so it can affect us big time. So that's what's going to be happening here over the next couple of days. So I hope you find that useful. And let me take a look at these latest GFS weather model here. Now, sorry, this is a 12Z one. 18Z, I have to go to 12Z for full data. And you can see here that starting today, we should see an increase in severe weather. Remember, solar artilleries, all the coronal holes, all of that solar artilleries has combined together to create those severe thunderstorms. And it does increase, like if it's developed, it increases very easily. So take a look at the model over the next 15 days here. You can see there it is right there. There's the first one. This is the big severe weather, and you can see here it's kind of ongoing here. So there's the other one. Here's another one, and then you can see there's another one right there. So that is some pretty strong severe thunderstorm and the active area across the central and eastern United States over the next 15 days or so, and that should cause what happened to our solar arteries in all these coronal hole. Remember, this is our 9th rotation of this coronal hole. Monday 8 brought us some more severe weather and some geotic storm and some stuff as well. And the coronal hole rotation Monday 7 brought us a huge earthquake across the Rubuna and a solid artillery as a 92.6 or greater earthquakes here around the world. So this is what rotation Monday 7 brings. So if you guys want to see what rotation Monday 9 brings, please subscribe to this channel, like, comment, so you don't miss any of the new videos. And that is basically it. So please make sure you watch another video and subscribe to our Highland Space Weather Club and our Highland Weather Club. If you don't, then and see you in the next video. Bye bye.